say I, just say I, just say I, just say I. All right. So I think I can see like three people. Please, if you're online, just say hi so I can know you're there, right? All right. So let's go ahead. So now, let me quickly go to my. So yeah. So this was what we did last week, and trust me, um, it was amazing. And then let's continue. So we said that this is a string, and then it can be accessed. What we did last week was we did one, and that one will obviously give us what? It will obviously give us what's the name? It will give us E, right? E. So um, how do we do that? We say Python, and then you write the name of the document. You say E. You can see E is the output, right? So now let's check this. We're trying to loop through a string now. Let's quickly check it. I hope we are with me. Hello, okay, Franca. Hi, hi, hi. You're welcome. You're welcome, Franca. You're welcome, 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 welcome. All right. So now looping through a string, uh, like I said, for those that are just joining, I wouldn't want to go back, but then let me just step back a bit since I've not even started anything. So this is the beginning. Looping through a string. We're trying to uh, continue from where we stopped last week. So we said that since strings are arrays, we can loop through the characters in a string, right? So with a for loop, you can loop through character of a string with a for loop. So, and that's what we're trying to do now. So we copied this, and then we're trying to look at the functionality right there. So look at what happens now. We said for x in banana, print x. Now, like I said that characters of a string, the string is banana, right? I said that characters of a strings are like the pages of a book, and there's a band holding them together. The quotes, so look at the quotes as what is holding them together. The quote is holding them together, right? So um to loop through a string is to flip through a note. That you are flipping through pages. So let's assume that page one is B, page two is A, page three is N, page four is A, then the next N and A like that. Do you get? So those are the pages. So when you are looping through, you are trying to move through the characters of the string. So now let's see what happened now. If I print, let's see what happened. We said for X in banana, print X. Let's see the results. Did you see what happened? Did you see what happened now? It, just like I said, it flipped through the note. It flipped through the note of the book. Let's assume it flipped through the string. Let's assume the string is a book, right? So it flipped through it. So you can see it first printed B. So that's page one, then A, page two, then like that, like that, like that. So that's what looping means. When you loop through something, you are flipping through it. So you can see, so for X in banana, print X. So we just printed the the uh the looping through, right? The looping through of we just printed the looping through of a what? Of a string. So let's go ahead, let's continue. Let's continue. So you can see what it printed, right? So now let's look at this. String length. To get the length of a string, use len function. So this is invariably saying that you want to know the amount of character in the string. So this will also let us understand strings the more, because uh, look at this now. So please, the length means the number of characters that are in the strings. It says to get the length, use this. The length returns the length of a string. Length means the number of character in a string. So now, please, can somebody help me? How many characters are in this hello world I am seeing here? Hello world I am seeing here. Please, how many characters are there? I'm waiting for answers on the chat box. Let's uh Franca, Esther, just help me. If you are still there, anybody that is there, uh, can you see how many uh how many do you think, like how many characters do you think are in hello world, hello comma space world, then uh exclamation? Uh can anybody tell me? Anybody who is online? I think I can see Franca. I can't seem to see any other person. It's just Franca I'm seeing online. Right. So but then 14. Franca said 14. Right. Let's count. One, two, three, four. The O is 5. The comma is 6. The space is 7. The W is 8. The O is 9. The R is 10. The L is 11. The L is 11. The D is 12. Then the exclamation mark is 13. Are you sure it's 13 or is it 14? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. But I think it's 13. Well, let's see. Let's find out. Uh, Depends. So at least the fact that you even wrote 14 or 13, whatever you wrote, already shows that you get the idea. Because if you did not count, for example, now, if you did not count the space, you will not even arrive at that. So that already tells you that space is also a character. So you can see it's 13, yeah. So you got it, 13. So space is also a character in Python. Space is a character. So uh, meaning that you would you would see that space is also recognized. Do you get? So that is one thing we have to know. Space is also recognized in Python, right? Very good. All right. Let's continue. So now, um, the next thing is, so we've gotten the length. So you can see len, function, which is very interesting. How to check string. Said to check if a certain phrase or character is present in a string, you can check with the keyword in. You can see this is another amazing thing. You can use this to check if a particular character is somewhere. Now let's quickly use this. The text is the best things in life are free. So we now say print free in text. Print free in text. So let's see what the answer is. Let's clear this. You can see true. So true, obviously, because that's the only way it can respond to you to see that it is actually there. Let's now put something that is not there. Let's say print Bolade. So it will say false because Bolade is not in the text, right? So let's see, you can see false. So Bolade is not in the text. So, but in this string, right, there is, so this already making us know a lot of things. It's already giving us a lot of ideas. It's already helping us know how string works, right? So this is very interesting, and you can see it's really interesting. So look at it. It says, look at another example. It said, text, the best things in life are free. If free in text, print yes, free is present. You can see. So this is another very interesting. So if it is not, obviously. So this can help us to know how Python really works. And I really just wanted us to check these fundamentals so that then we can now proceed to the next topic. So let's see where we stop today. We should, uh, see how to wrap up with Python this week. We see how to wrap up with Python this week. So Tuesday, uh, Thursday, then Friday. So tomorrow we should be done with Python. So let's see. So let's clear this. Let's see what this code is saying. You can see, yes, free is present. Do you see that? So you're saying that if free in, you can see these are the ways to use Python. Very interesting. You can see it said if free in txt, then print this. What is txt? The string. So if free is in the string, print yes, free is present. Very straightforward and very cool stuff, right? So you can see that is very, very straightforward. So, and then if it is not, of course, so then you can now say else, right? You can say else, print, you can say else, consider else, print, right? Print, print, no, you can see free is not present. Do you see? You can see free is not present. Consider else free is else else. No, you can still say else free is not present. You can say else the word is not present. So for example, let's say Bolade now. So it will check if Bolade is here, it will say yes. Let's say Bolade. Yes, Bolade is present, right? So yes, Bolade is present. But if not, you say no. The word you are searching searching for is not present. Do you see now? So although we have not started talking about if else, right? But I'm just showing us how useful all these stuffs are. They are very, very good and very cool to use. So now, if we print this now, there is no bolade there. So you already know the answer we're expecting. It should be no, right? So let's clear first and then let's quickly print. You see, no, the word you're searching for is not present. You can see very sweet and straightforward. How do we check it? In, just with in. If this in and then, but then if you say if free now, right? So it will obviously ignore the else part, right? And then just focus on the other part. So it will only print a part if a part is not true. Do you get? So now it has no business with the first part and the second part that I did. To just stay since it has seen it, to just say yes, free is present. So very interesting stuff right here. And it's actually important we understand, right? Okay, so please, if you are online, please say hi. Whenever we come online, let's always say hi so that we can know those that are online. I don't know, I think uh, I can't find Esther anymore on the call. If Esther is still there, please say hi. If Franca is still there, Franca, say hi. And anybody that is online, please just say hi, please, so that can I can have an idea of the people that are online. Okay, so let's go ahead. So check if not. Check if not. So to check if a certain phrase or character is not present in a string, you can use the keyword not in. You can see. So it's in and not in. It's just like word and opposite, right? So you can see it's so interesting like that. So obviously the printout of this will be maybe true or false, right? So nothing is saying if it is not there, say yes. If it is there, say no. Very, 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 very nice. Very, very nice stuff. So now let's continue. Let's move ahead. Um let's go to let me see. Are we going to uh, if statement? Use it in an if statement. Of course, we do. I don't think we have to go over this. We already used an if statement like that. All right. So let's quickly move to slicing slicing strings. All right. Now, you can return a range of characters by using the slice syntax. By using the slice syntax. So it says you can return a range of character by using the slice syntax. So you can see slicing is another very nice functionalities of uh okay, Franca is still there. All right. Thank you so much. So slicing is another very nice functionality of operation that you can do with strings in Python. So you can slice, that is cut a part, normal slice, right? So specify the start index and the index, you know, um, separated by a colon to report a part of the string. So now let's see. So to return a part of the string, of course. Now let's see. Now, example, get the character from position 2 to position 5. Position 2 to position 5 are not included. So now look at it, says B, hello world, then print B 2 colon 5. 2 colon 5 means that it will print from the let's see before I start saying what is not right. Let's quickly check it. There's no point saying what we are going to check, right? So now you can see B, of course, B is the what? So I don't know. Let's use something else. Let's say greetings. Let's always use something descriptive. And then let's say greetings. So now, what is the greeting? Hello world. So now, of course, we can't get confused, right? The greetings cannot get us confused, right? So now, uh, so as we can see, you see that uh, we want to do a slice now. I was saying that do 2.5. So 2.5, what happens? Let's see what happens when we say print 2.5. Uh, do you see what happens? It printed out LLO. Let's count. 0, then 1, then 2, 2, 3, 4, 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. Then it left the 5. So it means that to use this, when you say 2.5, what it does is 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It starts from the 2 but end before the 5. It ends at the 1 before the 5. So that's one. So we're doing this so that we can learn the operation. So for example, if you say 6, if you say 6, okay, now let's print EL, only EL. What do you think we would do to print only EL? Like to print EL, what do you think would or what would you think we would use? What colon what will give us EL? Can anybody help us on the chat? Who is there? Franca, who else is on the chat? Um, you can help us. Okay, Esther is on the chat. So, um, can anybody quickly tell us what we use here to slice? We just want EL, just EL, only EL. Now remember we used 2 and 5 now, and we got 110. And remember, we talked about indexing, we talked about position of things, right? Positions of all these things, right? So uh let's now do the same to print out just EL. Frank said 1 and 3. Let's try what Frank has said. Let's try what Frank has said. Oh wow. Uh, because and boom, EL. Exactly. So you already got the logic, obviously, right? But like you were so pungent on you know you got it right on point. Uh, Look at it. This is 0, 1. So the one you are starting from, you will write it. It will always be in the position you are starting from, you will write it. Then 0, 1, 2, 3. Then the one you are ending, the one you are ending, you will write the one next to it. So you write the start and the one after the ending. So exactly. So that was very, very right on track. Yeah, it's 1 and 3 actually. You got it. It's 1:3. So I just needed us to test that out. So it's 1:3, not 1:2. 1:3 meaning that what just happened, what just happened is that you what we just did is that when we want to slice, you write the first one. You start from the one you are slicing, the one you are starting from, then you now end it from as the one after the one you want to end, actually. The exact one. So 1:3 is that 1:3 is actually correct, not 1:2. So if you check it very well, now let's do another one. If I want to print, if I want to print WOL, WOL, what will I put there? WOL, what will I put there? I mean for the word, WOL in word, what will I put there? Somebody help me on the chat. I want to do WOL. What will be there? Can the tracker hear me? Or who is there? Is anybody on the line? WOL. So now let's do it together. This is 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So you start from 7, right? Because 7 is the W, right? And then WOR, WORL, right? It's L we are going. So 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. So you stop at 11. Since it is L and L is number 10, so you have to stop at 11. So let's see if we will get what we want. I hope I did not mix up the indexing. Do you see? WORL, you can see. So so the one where you are ending it, you will write the index after it is what you will write. So you can see it's not hard at all. So that's slicing. So let's go to say slice from start. Slice from start. So you can actually just slice from start instead of uh, you know actually just slice from start. So you can just say things. So it will just carry. Let's see. There's no point. You can see from start. So it will just pick the first. I think the first 5 characters. 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, of course it will end at 5. because we always write the one after where we want to stop. So it will be dot five. The fifth character is the comma. So that's where we actually write. So it starts from the start, and then from the end too. Slice from the end. Let's see what slicing from the end looks like. Two, and let's print. Oh wow. Did you see? So when we say two, it it removed the first two. It bounced out the first two characters and left the rest. So you can see these are very nice functionalities. They look like they are not good until you see them in action, and then you might now need to use them someday. So let's look at this negative indexing. Use negative index to start the slice from the end of the string. So they say you can use negative index to start the slide from the string. Ah, oh wow, is Chiwendo on the call? Chiwendo is canvassing for people to join. Oh, that's so cute. So, that was that's it. So negative indexing is saying that you're doing it from the back. From zero in from O in word is position -5 to, but not including D in word position -2. So you can see these are the ways to. So doing all these things will actually help us understand all this operation, right? -5 -2. Let's see how it looks. -5 -2. Let's see what it prints out. So that will help us to get how this thing works, right? You can see. So -5, from -5 to -2. So -5 means that it will bounce out. Let's see, 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So you can see -5 means that it bounced out the fifth character. It starts from the fifth character. So of course it will start from the next one here, from O. And then -2 means that it will count this 0, 1, 2. You can see it bounced out the two characters out. So it started from the back. If you are counting from the back, it will first cover the first 5 characters, and then it will cover the next 2 characters. So I think when you're watching this, I think you will understand it, especially when you can use your biro to check the index. Use your biro to check the indexing, right? It will actually help you. You start from zero, like that. It will really help you to get what we mean by slicing. So that's negative indexing. All right. Modify. Let's go to modify strings. So let's see some very beautiful things. We are almost done. I'm trying to see how we can even how we can see, just use like 1 hour plus and all that. All right, so let's see. Um, Modify string. Python has a set of built-in method that you can use on strings. Uppercase. The upper method returns the string in uppercase. So you can see. So this is another interesting part. These are things that, let's quickly do this. So just say greetings. I just say greetings dot upper, right? And then you It's like a call. It's like a call. Let's see what happens. Let's clear first. Do you see? It changed everything to upper. You see? Dot upper, then two brackets in front, just like a function call. It does a miracle of turning everything to uppercase. The same thing, lowercase dot lower. You can see it's very Python is so uh, human related. Like it makes it easier to even write. You hardly forget keywords in Python because you can see everything lowercase. Then remove white space. Strip. White space is a space before or after the actual text. And very often you want to remove this space. So now when writing programming or when writing some things, you see this white space can be a problem. So it can even cause problem in codes because sometimes there are some code that once there is a white space, it will not even work. So as funny as this strip is, this strip, you use the strip method to remove um any white space from the beginning, excuse me, from the beginning or the end. So now let's try this. He said does strip. So there's a space. You can see a space, right? So let's use dot strip and let's see what happens. Do you see what he did? He removed the space. He removed the space. All right. So another thing is you can replace. Oh wow, very beautiful stuff. You can replace function. You can replace character of a string. You can replace character of a string, right? Uh, for example, you can replace H and turn it to J. You can see, right? And so once you call the dot replace, then you can specify the ones you want to replace. So let's try it. Let's clear the high. So let's say replace, and then you define divided by a comma. So let's say you want to remove H and then you want to turn it to J. You see, by a comma. So let's run this. Let's see what happens. Let's see the miracle that happens here now. Do you see now? It removes the H. It changes to what? To J. Jello world. You can see now. Very nice functionalities. Python is very powerful. It has a lot of flexibility. You can see that. So, uh, split string. The split method returns a list where the text between the specified separator becomes the list item. Let's try to understand what he's saying. He's saying the split method split the string into substring. It will find instance of the separator. Now let's see. Okay, dot split then. Let's see what split does. Okay, so we've used a lot of splits. All right. So it's just like we're really saying that we're trying to do something, it splits, but then what are we using? What is the parameter that is using to do the splitting? That's what we're defining. Do you see now? Hello world, it splitted it into two. Hello one side, then word one side. You can see hello one side, word one side. And then you can see he put them in a list. He put them in a list. So how do we get do we still remember how to get the type? Let's do the type of the answer. I don't know if you understand what I just did now. I did type. I'm trying to get the type. So let's check the type. You can see list. You can see list. So it turned, look and see what split did. It turned like it splitted them, it splitted that string into two by using a separator, which is comma, like he located comma. At that spot where he saw comma, he did a splitting. You can see he gave this one his own semicolon, his own what they call this, quote, single quote. He gave this one, he gave hello his own single quote. He gave word his own single quote. You can see. So, and then what it used to know where it will split it is actually the comma. So we told you that Python, when you see comma, split from that point. So it splitted it into two, right? And then it now changed it to a list, which you have not, we said something about it the last time, but we might not still be able to talk so much about list. But then you can see it's already put them in a bracket, and then we check the type, is a list. So uh, okay, uh, let's look at concatenate string concatenation. A is LO, C is of course you already, I think we've talked about concatenation before. We don't have to go back to concatenation, right? We talked about concatenation before. All right, format string. As we learn in Python variable character, we cannot combine string and numbers like this. Age 36, this will produce an error. My name is whatever plus age, print text. But we can combine string and number by using f-string or the format method. The f-string was produced in Python 3.6 and now preferred way of formatting string. So to specify a string as an f-string, simply put f in front of the string literal and curly braces as placeholder for variables and other operation. Please, please let me know if you are still hearing me, and let me also know if I'm loud and clear, please. I always want to confirm that so that can be sure. Um, okay, so I was saying that look at this string, look at this. Remember that we try to concatenate um um we try to concatenate an integer and a string the other time. We had an error, right? So they're not telling us that there's a way we can concatenate the both and there will not be an error. I will not have a problem. Okay, let's try this. Let's try this. It said age equals to 36. Text is my name is John. I am plus age, of course. So we're expecting it to say, so if we say print text, we're expecting it to say, my name is John. I am 36, right? So let's see what it prints. I hope they've not improved Python. Uh, you can see it brought out an error because you cannot concatenate, you cannot use integer and string together. I think we still did that the last class, right? So now there is another thing we can now use to concatenate both, so both string and integer together. So which is the f strings. So you add f to your string, it will help you to concatenate it. For example, all we just have to do here, is to say, is to do like this, put a curly brace and then open and close and just say age. and then come here and say F. So the F, you can see F. So the F will help the string to the F will help the string to be able to understand that you're trying to concatenate that H with the strings, with the other strings. So let's try this now. That first one gave us an error. Let's see if this gives us error. You can see that works so well. So it said, my name is John, I am 36. So you can see how to combine. There are so many ways to combine uh, this stuff together. My name is John, I am 36. So let's try this. Let's try this. Instead of using F, another way to concatenate string that I think should work. Let me see. I hope it works. If it doesn't work, we say that we just continue. We use our dollar sign and you say H. You use dollar sign and you say H, right? Like this. This should also work. Like, you know that, remember, let's try. Let's try. I hope it works. Uh, I mean, I hope it works. Let's try. Let's clear this. Oh, it didn't work. It didn't work. It didn't work. Whoa, it didn't work. So, so you can see that didn't work. So, and that might, funny enough, that might work for maybe other like JavaScript, another programming language, but it didn't work for here. So, so if we want to use that, of course, we have to go back to the methods. You see, all these things they used to also upgrade them, right? And maybe it was not Python that I thought I saw that kind of thing, but then I'm not sure it's Python anyway. If it's Python, it should still be there. So, but if it's not there, then it's not Python. So let's see. Yeah, all right. So of course we already got the concatenation, right? How to mix letters and strings and integers by using the F strings. F, then the strings follows. Remember, there is no space here. Remember, if I put a space, it will not work. So, but when I close it up, you can see it work. When I open, you can see it show the red sign. So there's no space actually. There's no space at all. So that worked. Placeholder and modifier. A placeholder can contain um, variables, operations, function, modifier to format the value. Uh, let's see. Placeholder and modifier. To add a placeholder for a price variable. It says price equals this text, then the price is dash dollar. Of course, this is exactly just like what we did now. The value of price is what? 59. So once we use this function, the price is, you just see $59, of course. So that makes sense. And then look at this. It said a modifier is included by adding a semicolon followed by a legal formatting type like .2f, which means that fixed point value with two decimal points. So you can also describe what you want it to be. You can also modify it and say, okay, don't just print 59 for me. You make sure it is two decimal place. Make sure the 59 is in two decimal place. Let's see what it prints. Look at the magic that happens now. Normally, it wants to just say 59, but we've already used the colon and .2f to change it. We turned it around. You can see the price is what? $59.00. So that .2f is what added the .00 to it. That's interesting, isn't it? So that's another thing. Um, then there can also be math operation. Like you can literally do a math right there and it's going to give you an answer. So 20 times 59 to give you the answer right there, right now. It will calculate it for you. Very interesting, isn't it? You can see the price is 100 and you can see $1,180. It multiplied it for you. So that is another very interesting one. Escape characters. Escape characters. Please let me know if you got what we've been doing. Uh, at least if there's any question, of course, you can drop, but then let me know. If you got it, say yes, I got it. If you don't get it, say no, I don't get it. Let me know so that I will not be, uh, you know, just not just be going and going and going, trying to keep up with time, right? Let's be sure that we understand what we're doing. So, um, are we getting it? I know Chinwe might be there, and then she's having some visibility issues, which is understandable. So, but Franca, uh, another any other person that is online, let me know if you have been getting what we have been doing since, so that I can be sure that we are fine. As soon as you hear and listen to that, you can respond while I continue. All right. So there's something called escape character. So insert character that are legal in a string use an escape character. Escape character is a backslash followed by a character you want to insert. So for example of an illegal character is a double quote inside a string that is surrounded by double quotes. All right, let's see. Oh yeah, two double quotes. Can see two double quotes. Of course, you already know that this will not answer you. We've already done that on some of the last class. So they said escape character can also be used before the quotes to excuse the characters. So and then you can see escape character. We have this for single quotes, this slash one quote, double quote, double a backslash. To do a new line, you use slash n. To do carriage return, you do slash r. To do a tab, you do slash c. To do a backspace, you do my dash slash b. To do a form field, you do slash f. To do octal value, you do that. To do hexadecimal value, you do that. So let's see. Let's quickly practicalize escape character. Let's assume that let me go and pick something. Let's copy this. So you can see it will show error, but if you use a backslash here and a backslash here, you see now, it will escape, it will try to excuse. So let's see, let's quickly see the output first before I start saying rubbish. Do you see? There's a way it it did it that it did not affect. You know that normally we can just say, you know that remember we're trying to use double quotes by force. Remember that we can easily just use the single quotes here instead of double quotes, and it's not give us any stress. Remember, we did that earlier. It's not give us any stress. So, but uh, if you want to use double quotes by force, right? You want to use double quote by force, you do what? You use escape character to escape, you get to escape, to give an escape to the what? To the character that would give your printing issues, because it's also having double quote just like the printing. So do we get that? So then one of the characters, okay, Franca, you get it. All right, thank you so much. Thank you for the response. All right, so another thing we talked about is uh new line. Let's see new line. Look at what happens now. So um assuming I want this so-called to be on a new line, look at what happens now. I want these Vikings to be on a new line. I use the new line character. Look at what happens here now. Look at what happened. Do you see? It pushes it down to the next line. Of course, we can delete this space, right? So that we can all start from where it's supposed to start from. You can see it says we are the so-called the Vikings went to the next line. So don't confuse the backslash n with the next backslash. The next backslash is doing a job of hiding the double colon, I mean double quote rather, double quote. Those are the job that one is doing. But that forward slash n is taking your stuff to a new line. I don't know if we get that. So then tab, let's just do tab backspace. Let's try backspace. Uh, tab B. Let's try the backspace, right? Let's see what it does. So you said it is a backspace. So let's see what it does. Do you see what it did? It deleted D. You see now? It deleted D. You can see code D disappeared. That is what the backspace does. You can see is that not interesting? Very interesting. So, and then we can always check the other functionalities ourselves. Not that difficult, right? So we're almost done. String method. I'm trying to allow us. Chiwe said you should zoom in on your VS Code. Okay. Chiwe, got it. Uh, Zoom in. All right. So you can. I believe that you should see it better now. Done. I've zoomed in. Thank you. Thank you. All right. So the next thing here is Python string method. Like I said, I would try to finish up Python. Let's just wrap it up. It's just for us to have a background knowledge, and then we'll get an assignment. Of course, we'll get an assignment on Friday, not tonight. Get an assignment on Friday. Let's make sure. Is it Friday now? Yeah, it should be Friday, I believe. So in the night, like that, we'll get an assignment and then we'll have to submit before everybody has submitted. So let's understand what we're doing clearly. So now let's see other string method. We have string has a lot of methods. You have capitalize, converts the first character to uppercase. You can see it's case fold, convert strings in lowercase, center, return a center string, it return the number of times a specific value occur in a string. Do you see now? Encode ends with return true if the string end with a specific value. So all this stuff we can go check them out and see how you can see it's so many very good stuffs that you can actually use. All these stuffs that we're just pulling through like this. Trust me, you can go through them. That it can be used for very nice, very nice stuff. All right, so I will skip exercises. I'll move to Boolean. So um, I'll move to Boolean because I'm trying to be fast and also make sure that we cover some important parts. All right, so Python Boolean represents one of two values, which is true or false. I've said that before. And in programming, you often need to know if an expression is true or false. So you can evaluate an expression in Python and get one of two answers, true or false. So when you compare two value, the expression is evaluated and Python return the Boolean expression. So you can see print 10 greater than 9, uh, 10 equals to 9, 10 less than 9. So you already know who can give me what all these answers will be. You should return true or false. So please, you know what the answer of the first one will be, second one, and the third one. We are looking at if it is true or false. So of course, you're able to tell me the answer right. So 10 is greater than 9. True or false? True. So it should be true. 10 equals to 9. You see, those two equals to means equals to. One equals to means assigned to. So we are trying to say if 10 is equals to 9, is it true or false? Then it is obviously false. So true, false. 10 is less than 9, of course not. So I should be expecting true, false, false. Should we try? Let's see what it says. True, false, false. All right. That is exactly what we're expecting. Oh, okay. Okay, Samuel, you're welcome. All right. So that is exactly what we're expecting. True, false, false. Yeah, yeah, yeah. That is absolutely correct. True, false, false. All right. Thank you. Thank you for that. For that. So, like I used to say, um, anybody that comes on this, a video call, if you're on this video call, help us by help us so that I won't keep dropping. I'm trying to see how everyone can get subscribed and get their notification turned on, so that I won't have to be dropping link for anybody. I'll just say it's time. Once I say it's time, once I start the stream, you would get the notification immediately on your phone. So I don't have to be posting link, and all I would just say that it is time, and then we just join the link, because the link would have already popped up on your phone. So if you have not subscribed, let's subscribe. If you have not turned on, if you have subscribed and you have not turned on that notification bell, please do, so that you would save us some time and some stress. You would actually help me by saving me stress also, because I won't have to be posting links, right? All right. So as we're watching, let's be subscribing. Let's turning on the notification, so that once there is a startup, once you start the class, you get notified immediately. Even if you forget, you get notified. You get notified. All right. So let's go ahead. So we just finished printing some booleans, right? So you can run a condition in the if statement and return true or false. All right. Of course, we should really understand all this. A is 200, B is 33. If B is greater than A, if 33 is greater than 200, say B is greater. If not, say B is not greater. So obviously, we already know that the answer of this one will be what? B is not greater, right? So it's obviously not greater than it. But then it's okay to see how all these things are, used. It will give you a more ground to uh, know how to use your code, Python, codes. Uh, Please, if you are online and you have not said hi, you are not helping us. Just drop hi, please. Now we can know, at least let's know you are there, right? So the next one says evaluate values and variables. The bool function allows you to evaluate any value and give true or false in return. For example, print bool hello, print bool 15. Let's see what that does. You can see, uh, so you can see it says, let me run it. I hope I'm not copied the wrong thing. You can see true, true. So now let's see what the bool does. It said bool function allows you to evaluate and give a true or false in return. Bool hello, bool 15. So it checks that value. Once you say bool hello and it sees that it is hello, and then you also have a colon, a double quote there, it already checks it as a string. Then for the second one, it checks it as an integer because it's only integer that you use without putting a colon or something on it, a quote rather, or something on it. All right, so let's see. I don't think we should do that, right? So most value are true. So uh, almost any value is evaluated to true to some extent, but the string is any string is true except empty string. So if number is true, any number is true except zero. Any list tuple set and dictionary are true except empty ones. Do you see now? So this stuff it will only be false if it is empty. If I do an empty string here now, we should get a false. So as long as it is a string, it will say true. You can see there's nothing there. It says false. But if I put a space there, will it say true or false? Somebody respond. Remember, there was nothing here before I removed it. It gave me false, right? So based on all our explanation, if I put a space here, will I get false or true? Will I get a false or true? For the top or for that top? I'm expecting our response on the chat. Will I get a false or true for that, for putting a space here? Will bool return false or it will return true for putting a space here? Based on our explanation now, uh, false. Franca said false. Any other person? Any other person? We said that if there is nothing there, it will say false, right? Any other person? Because it's blank. Okay. Good evening, everyone. Oh, Agnes. I guess true, not sure though. Samuel, why are you not sure? You shouldn't be guessing. That's one thing about programming. You should be sure. Uh, uh, don't guess. If you want to say true, say true. If you want to say false, say false. Obviously, we are not marking, right? So just say true or false. Don't guess. Franca said false. He said because it is black. So you can see she has a reason, right? Which makes sense. Um, okay. Samuel, all right, let's see who gets it. Franca or Samuel who gets it. And boom, true. It's actually true. It has to be true because it will be true. Yeah. So Samuel got it. Well done, Samuel. So now, Samuel, why do you think it is true? This is I need you to tell me why you think, but it's empty now and it's still true. Why is it true? I thought we said that if it is empty, it should be false. Why is it true? Samuel, help us out. What do you think? Why do you think it's true? Or Franca, it is true. True is the answer. Um, why do you think it is true? Uh, can anybody help me out in split seconds so that we can move on? Uh, why do you think it is true? Anybody? Anybody? Why do we think it is true? Okay, so let me just go straight. I'm waiting for answers, but then I don't seem to be getting one. So the reason why it is true is because Space is a character. Remember, this is blank. When there is nothing, there is nothing. But once you put a space, there is a character there because space is also a character. Uh, uh, exactly. Franca, now you can relate. Because remember when we were counting number of character, then remember right here on this live stream, you counted space. So why do you now think space is no more important? You now say it is blank. It's not blank. There is a character there, and the name of the character is space. Do you see now? So you can see now it's giving you a very true sense that Python appreciates space. Space is a character. It is a string. Space is a string. So it is not empty. It is a string. Except if there is no space or nothing there, then to be false. All right. At least we learned something, right? So let's move on. Uh, some values are false. In fact, there are not many values that evaluate to false, except empty values, like we said, and zero, and then none. Of course, false evaluate to false, of course. So we don't need to be checking empty values. Of course, they will be empty, like we have been saying. So one more value or object in this case evaluate to false. And this is because, and sorry, and that is if you have an object that is made from a class with a len function, then it returns zero. So they said any object that is made with a len function, len, will go to what? Zero, return zero. It says class by class. Okay, so that's just for our learn. I don't want us to get caught up in objects. This is object-oriented programming now. I don't want us to start explaining this. So I will not get confused. Let's move on. Functions can return a boolean. If you get function that return a boolean, so look at it. It says define my function, then return true. Print my function. So in the function, we've already defined that all these functions should return is true. So of course, when you call the function, it should return true. Of course, obviously. I don't think we should check that, right? I don't think we should. So another one says, uh, return. We've already said the function should return true. We now say that if my function prints yes, else print no. Let's see what happens. So we're saying that if the function returns true, you should print yes, right? And then if it does not return true, you should print no. So you define a function. My function is this. We remember how function is defined now. So although we've not talked about function, which I would really love us to, I think we would close our function, and that's where we'll be giving assignment. So we'll be closing our function on that's tomorrow. Please let's take note. We'll be closing this topic on function. Except I see another very important thing to talk about, right? So, but then I would just close it up at function so that we can, you know, I'll just go straight to Python functions. All right. So now look at this. Uh, we're saying that in this function, the name of the function is my function, and then return true. That's all that's in the function, return true. So immediately we call the function, a true is waiting for us to be printed out. Of course, if we not say print, you will not see the true, or to say print. So we're now saying that my function, if my function means that if my function is true, then print yes, else print no. So let's see. Clear. So yeah, what are we expecting? Of course, it should be yes, right? Because of course, if the function is turning true now, let's say, I don't know, let's try false. I don't know. Let's see what happens there. Do you see? No. So once you say if your function, it will say, oh, if the function is true, then else print no. So it means if it is not true, it should print no. So and then if your function, remember we did not say if it is true, we just said if function. So Python automatically assumes that you mean that if the function is true, that's what you're saying. So else, if it is not true, print this. So that is a very vital, one of the vital things you should also know. You don't necessarily have to write some things. Python already helps you do some assumption. All right. I hope we are getting it. I hope we getting it. It's very important that we get it. So we're stopping here, and then let's ask our question, because I don't want us to pass. So that is it for the day. Let's ask questions. We have 5 minutes to ask questions. Let's ask questions. Um uh do we have questions? And if we don't have questions, I need us to say, I understand, I get it, I understand, I get it. Uh, I understand, I get it, I understand, I get it. Let me be sure that we got everything that we'll be talking about since Franca, Opeyemi, anybody that is online, just tell me, yes, I get it, yes, I get it. Or if you have a question, say, I have a question. So if you have a question, I would know. I'll be expecting your question on the WhatsApp group. So, but then, also, of course, if you still have a question, let me know. But then, anybody that is online, is it Agnes? Anybody online, just say, at least the little thing we have done. I don't know if Agnes would, uh, if you know, you just came in, so you might not really get all this stuff. Oh, Frank, you're saying, how do we use Python in DevOps? Okay, so we still use Python, not long. If you remember, we use Python in our earlier videos for doing some uh, replacing some things. So Python can be used in DevOps for automation. Remember, DevOps we do automation a lot. So Python can actually be used. So the reason why we're doing all this, because when we now start using Python for automation, so that someone will now not be saying that, why did you write this? Why did you write that? Do you get? So don't worry, we'll use it. We've used it before for some file operations. Remember, if you remember, we've used it before for we used it, we used Bash, then we also use Python. We use it for some file operation, and it worked seamlessly. So the same way, because of automation, that is why we need Python in DevOps. There are a lot of automation that will be happening in DevOps. So we'll be using Python a lot to do a lot of things. Because as a DevOps, you're not supposed to be doing some things manually, because that's the reason why you're there. You have to make processes easy. So you can always use your Python to make processes easy. So the main issue, or the main reason why we should know Python, is because Python is very, very important to help us in our automation processes. And then aside DevOps, knowing Python in this age is a plus, because Python is the most versatile programming language as I'm talking right now. So it's always a plus, even if you are not using it in DevOps. It's always a plus in any case. So, but then we would obviously use it when we start automating. So tomorrow would continue. There's no other question. Tomorrow would continue. I don't know, Frank. I hope I answered the question. Please let me know if you get it. Say yes, I understand. Yes, I understand. Yes, I understand. So tomorrow, let us make sure that um, we are available by 9, and let's ensure that uh, we follow through, so that we can round up with Python tomorrow. From next week, we'll start another interesting topic, and of course, uh, you won't want to miss out, right? So, all right. So, like I used to say before I go, uh, if you ever come across this video, um, please do well to subscribe, and then um, give it a thumbs up. You can like, of course, like it. Drop a comment. What do you think about it? If you have a question, drop it. I would come and answer you. Um, Thank you. Oh, Thank you so much. When you said thanks, I understand the part where I joined the class. I watched the video later. You understand? I miss when the class. Oh yeah, yeah, I understand. Thanks so much, Samuel, for that. That makes a lot of sense. So of course, you can always watch the part you missed. That's one interesting thing about YouTube. It helps us to save a lot of wahala. As I'm talking, YouTube is doing the recording. I'm not paying any money to get it recorded, so I'm only using data. So which is a norm for tech people like us like this. All right. So thank you everyone for uh, joining. Let's if there's any other question, we can drop it right there in the chat. I'll be ending the stream now. Let's enjoy our night. All right. Thank you everyone. Good night, everyone. Let's enjoy the night. All right.